Do you often think your life could have turned out so much better if you would have come from a different family, or if you would have grew up with a little bit more money, or maybe if you looked differently? Do you find yourself constantly questioning why things happen to you? Why did my parents have to abandon me? Why did I have to go through that abuse? Why didn't God protect me? God protected other people. Do you find yourself constantly questioning why me? Do you at times begin to resent people for their success and the things that they've been blessed with? Do you always have an excuse as to why somebody else was able to succeed in a way that you haven't been? Do you find yourself saying things like, well, of course she was able to do that. I mean, she looks like that, so people are going to treat her differently. Or, of course he was able to do that. He comes from this type of family. They got money, or whatever. Are you constantly finding a reason to explain away or to make sense of why somebody else was able to achieve something that maybe you have not been able to achieve? Overall, do you just think that you were dealt a bad hand in life? If so, if you find yourself thinking these thoughts, it makes sense. You're not alone. I've thought some of these thoughts. And the reality is our socioeconomic background, our race, our gender, our height, the way that we look, all these things can have an impact on the way that we experience the world around us. But our past and the horrible things that have been done to us, the injustices that may have been done to us, do not have to determine our future. See, the reason why you may still be struggling financially, you're still broke, still haven't got the job that you want, or maybe the reason why you keep getting passed over for promotion after promotion on your job, maybe the reason why you find yourself depressed many times and find it hard to get out of bed, maybe it has more to do with your mindset and not necessarily your past trauma and the things that were done to you. Maybe you are dealing with a victim mindset. And so I know that someone accusing you of dealing with a victim mindset can be extremely triggering, because when I was in the thick of dealing with victim mindset myself, I know that I would get so irritated and angry whenever I would feel like people were just minimizing my pain or weren't acknowledging that, like, no, I don't have victim mindset. I have legitimately been victimized. I know how that feels. And so before we even delve into victim mindset and what it is and what it's not, I want to start off by saying that my channel is not the one that's going to tell you just get over it, or everybody goes through things. No one wants to hear that sad story. Just move on. Life isn't fair. That is not my messaging, and that's not what I believe. This channel, I want to be a space full of grace and compassion and hope. And so before we even delve into things concerning what is a victim mindset, how to identify it, and the ways to break free from it, I want to start off by saying I understand the victim mindset is oftentimes a trauma response, meaning you actually have gone through and experienced a trauma and you're responding to it by maybe adopting a victim mindset. The thing is about many people who struggle with victim mindset is that they have legitimately been victimized. So I want to start off by saying that you have every right, if you have experienced abuse and abandonment, to feel pain. It is completely normal to feel angry when you've been treated unjustly. And you probably aren't crazy. There are times in your life where you were probably treated differently because of the way you looked, your socioeconomic background, whatever. Like, those things are a reality. See, the thing is, there are times in all of our lives where we are going to experience hurt and harm, either at the hands of someone else, because of an illness, or just by chance. All of us at some point in our lives are going to be victims of something, and it's likely that we are going to be victimized. But what I want all of us to understand is that you can legitimately be a victim without getting into victim mindset. A victim mindset is never going to propel you into living the life that you desire to live. So let's begin by defining what a victim mindset is. According to the medical news today, victim mindset is the belief that in any given situation, you are the victim. It is the perception and conclusion one draws where one places oneself as the victim and others as the perpetrator. Victim mentality can be such a deadly mindset. It's unhealthy, it's unproductive, it's never going to get you to where you want to be. And I know for some people, me saying that victim mentality is a deadly mindset may seem like I'm being over dramatic or exaggerating, but the reality is victim mindset, it will kill your dreams quicker than just about anything. In part 2 of this video, we're going to talk about some more consequences of victim mindset. But I'm not just going to leave it there, because my goal is not just to make you aware of what victim mindset is and how it may be showing up in your life, but in this series, I'm going to give you 3 practical steps that you can begin taking today to help you get beyond victim mindset. So make sure you subscribe, because we're doing a whole series on deadly mindsets. We're going to be answering the question, are you dealing with imposter syndrome, or are you really an imposter? And how do you go from being an imposter to being the real thing? We're going to be delving into, do you have rejection mindset? And is that keeping you from actually stepping out and going after your dreams and doing the things that you believe deep in your soul you were created to do? We're going to be addressing a lot of deadly mindsets that are keeping people in bondage and hindered. So again, make sure that you subscribe, because it's going to be a great series. And I'm confident if you apply the tools and the strategies that I'm going to be sharing in this series, you will see transformation and you will begin to come out of those mindsets. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.